I first started the patches about 3 years ago, and have been a massage therapist for 19 years, and so I was starting to feel some soreness in my wrists. I never got it diagnosed, but I'm guessing it was similar to carpal tunnel because I couldn't do more than 3 or 4 massages a day because my wrists would hurt and they would ache, and I'd feel like I needed to rest the next day, and my shoulders were hurting, and I was like starting to work on finishing my bachelor's at the college because I was like worried I was going to have a different career, but I didn't, and I was worried about my income because it was just really affecting my work, all the pain I was feeling in my wrists. And so a friend of mine called me and started talking to me about the patches, and I didn't even know it was going to help me with my wrists. I was just kind of interested in it because I had worked with another company that was a nutritional product that boosted stem cells a long time ago. So I was interested in stem cells, and I was also interested in it for a couple of family members. So I decided to give the patches a try. And pretty soon I noticed that after about maybe a couple months, I noticed that my wrists were starting to feel better. They weren't hurting as much. I wasn't having the same types of pain that I was experiencing before. It was almost like, I just didn't feel as tired after working all day. And then during that time period, I was also going through a very emotional time in my life. There was lots of drama, lots of trauma, personal issues and I don't need to go into all the details, but we'll just say that I was extremely stressed out. And so some days I would talk to my friend, and I would just be crying, and I'd be like, so I'm saying, are you wearing your patch today? And I'm like, oh no, I don't, no, I forgot. And she's like, well, wear your patch. And so then I started wearing it, more often because I was having trouble remembering every day, but I started putting it on, using them the way you're supposed to. And I started to notice that things just weren't bothering me as much anymore. It was kind of similar to meditation. Like I didn't feel as easily triggered emotionally as I used to. And it was like I didn't want to yell. I didn't, yell. I used to yell at my kids sometimes, even when I didn't mean to, and I didn't do that anymore. And I just feel like it's made me a nicer person.
That's huge, Heather, a nicer person. We all want to be that, right? That's amazing. So with your wrists also, so you were basically looking at having to change careers and your whole livelihood.
Well, I was, because then I love doing massage therapy. I love doing massage, Kathleen. But yeah, it was really concerning me because in our profession, a lot of people have to change careers after 8 or 9 years. And I was like happy I had made it 18 years, but like I didn't know how I was going to continue to do this. And I make more money per hour than I would with another job, even with a lot of, even with a bachelor's in psychology. And I was like, I don't want to have to talk to people all day. I was like, I like doing massage, and so it's kind of concerning, but yeah, no, that's better now, Kathleen. Like I can do like 6 or 7 massages a day, and my wrists don't hurt. And then the other thing I'm noticing is I also practice yoga. And so those of you who do yoga know what the downward dog is I had to modify the pose because I couldn't put my wrist. I couldn't go like that to put the wrist on the floor. I had to use my knuckles, but like now I can, put my wrist on the floor. I can do the pose properly now.
Well, that's amazing. So you went from doing 3 or 4 massages and then not being able to work anymore because of your wrists and your shoulders to now having no pain and doing 6 or 7 massages.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. I mean, I do get a little tired. 7, I get a little tired, but yeah, I'm not in pain. It's just a tiredness. Yeah.
Yeah, that's amazing. Yeah, exactly. And then tell me about your ADHD.
Oh yeah, about that. Yeah, I think I've had that for many, many, many years. Since I was a child, probably. I still have it a little bit, but it used to be like really hard for me to get the kids would be late to school because I couldn't find my keys or my wallet, so I just really struggled with like everyday things, and so since using the patches, I've noticed that I have a little bit of an easier time like staying organized and like knowing where my keys and my phone and my wallet are and just being able to get out the door. It's like I just feel like I'm functioning at a higher level than I did before. So I'm really thankful for that.
That's awesome, Heather. And then you also mentioned like your hair loss is completely minimized.
Yeah, because my hair, I don't think my hair is turning gray as like I was getting some gray hairs. I still have a few gray hairs, but I haven't really gotten like very many more of them in 3 years. But about the hair loss, I used to like comb my hair or take a shower and there'd be like lots and lots of hairs in my comb or lots of hairs in the bathtub or showers. And I'm not seeing that anymore. Instead of like a handful, there might be like one or two hairs. So I really appreciate that.
That's amazing. And yeah. And then you also told me your skin, your sleeping and your energy.
Yeah, my skin, like one of my wrinkles is starting to go away. And then I use the aloe vera for skin too. I also love the aloe vera cream, but for years I just used the X39. And so yeah, my skin feels better now. And I think, yeah, and I am sleeping better. I used to wake up a lot during the nighttime. And so my moods are like more even. Like I don't have these times of just being awake a lot and times of having to sleep in. It's like my schedule's more regulated. And
Yeah.
I get about 7 hours of sleep. I feel good. I don't feel tired in the morning.
Excellent. And then also your adult acne cleared up, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, that's amazing.